So, just a little bit of business on the show. Scott the engineer is getting ready for our vacation. You know, when we have vacation at the end of June, you know, we run best of. And Scott has to pull the reels. Except he evidently is on the Prodigy Baseball. You know what Prodigy Baseball is? That's the computer service?
Yes.
You call in and you pick baseball players and there's teams. Evidently Scott is doing incredibly well on Prodigy Baseball and is so addicted to it that he literally has no time to do best of.
Oh.
And what happens is time is running out for best of. Like 4:30 this morning he was on the computer to Prodigy working out his baseball.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
How could anything be that good?
Scott, you know, can I just give you a recommendation? I've heard through the grapevine, through my producer, I'll be honest, that what happens is you could have been doing best of all along, but you always like to wait. You hate doing best of. Tell the truth.
I don't hate it, no.
You hate running the tapes off. I mean, it's not the favorite part of your job.
Well, it's not my favorite part, no, but
right.
I don't hate it.
So what he does is he waits until the last minute
to
get all the best stuff together.
I don't wait.
I've heard you waited.
I don't wait. He says I wait. I say I don't wait.
Does he wait?
You know what happens? And he gets like burnt out. What happens is there's a mad rush. Like, we'll do this one for July, right?
Right.
And then what will happen is after July's done, instead of coming back and continuing to do it, Scott's so burnt out, like, oh my God, I just did 50 reels in 2 weeks, that he won't do it for a month and a half.
Right.
Because
he puts
there's so
it
much
off.
time till the next one.
And now he's busy with Prodigy Baseball. How's he going to have time?
I'm busy with Prodigy.
I heard they caught you this morning on it at 4:30.
No, it was about 3 mornings ago. Doug caught you. Doug came in to do the Stuttery John interviews, and he saw you in that office over there. And the only reason you should be in there is to play baseball.
No, I wasn't playing baseball.
What were you doing on that computer in the sales office?
I was on the computer, yeah.
Doing what?
Not playing baseball.
What were you doing?
I was checking something on Prodigy.
What were you checking?
Not my baseball thing, though.
What were you checking?
My mail.
What?
My mail? I was making some trades.
You get mail on Prodigy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who writes you on Prodigy?
Mickey Mail. Right.
Come on, seriously, who is writing you that you get mail?
He actually doesn't understand the question.
I know. I mean,
he's looking at you like...
Well, he's thinking up an answer.
I know.
He wasn't checking the mail. He was playing Prodigy Baseball.
Can I have a lawyer?
Usually Prodigy is not available at that time anyway.
Of course not.
What do you mean it's not available?
They
of course
go down
it is.
No, they go down.
Oh, I've constantly gotten in at 4 in the morning.
No, they go down for maintenance every night.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Only you would know that. So what happens? You go on there, and what's happened is you're totally addicted to this. And what happens? Now you're the
I
leader.
don't spend time with Prodigy. I mean, you know.
Oh, liar,
Wait a
pants
second.
on fire.
What place are you in?
Hold on a second.
No, forget about whether it interferes with your work. What place are you in baseball?
Second.
Okay, so you play. But in order
I have a Prodigy baseball.
But in order
How old are you?
In order to play baseball, you have to do it every day, right? You have to go in every day.
I do most of it at home.
So you're doing some of it at work.
So why don't you do best of why don't you go home and play Prodigy Baseball?
I do.
No, you don't. I see you on there all the time.
I'm telling you, I do.
You never pull it up at work.
Yes, I do. During my time. And I do get time.
I told Howard that. I told him you get an hour lunch.
Which I never take. I never take that.
I told him that.
I don't know, man, but then you're always in a mad rush. You run around here like a maniac when it's time for best of. I'm just saying, I think you ought to look into your time allotment better.
But seriously, Scott, there was a long period of time.
After you do 30, 40 hours of best of, it's very hard to just continue.
But you realize...
Gary's right, you burn out on it.
Right.
But you realize the reason you do 30 or 40 hours is because you don't do it for a long time.
Right. He lets it go to the end, and then it's 30, 40 hours in a row.
I don't let it go to the end.
You do. That's why you always end up doing 30, 40 hours. You could do 2 hours a day of it and never have to do 30, 40 hours.
2 hours a day is very difficult.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
It's hard to race for the pennant and do best of at the same time.
Right, exactly.
I'll do it during the 7th inning stretch.
Gary hates Scott so much.
I don't hate him. I just hate this aspect of it. I really like Scott, but I hate...
And then what did you tell him? He's ruining your vacation.
I said he ruins my vacation because he gives it to me at the last second. Like, if I don't have all this stuff by the Tuesday before we go on vacation, I'm going to have to come in the first Monday and Tuesday of my vacation, which I would like to take, to get everything together.
The last best of it was done.
You say that every time, but there have been a couple of times where I've had to come in on my vacation. It's happened twice. In fact, a couple of years ago, I said to Scott, I'm going on my honeymoon. Don't screw with me. Don't wreck my honeymoon. I'm going. Have it ready. And then it was ready.
Yeah. So what happens? He's so late with the best of that he gets it right down to the wire that you have to write up all the little cards and stuff?
Right. As for instance, we need 30 reels of best of for these 2 weeks.
Right.
Right now we have about 10.
Right.
So that means between now and the 30th of June, Scott's got to do 20, which is insane.
Right.
It's an insane amount of work, but he'll get it done, but he brings it on himself.
Because he waits so long. So you try to advise him.
They were like,
I don't think I've waited.
There were like 7 weeks where I never got a reel of best of.
I don't think so.
I know so.
Okay.
I know so. Because I warned you during the last best.
I'm just trying to help you guys out. I'm saying.
I understand that.
I'm just trying to help you out. That's
some days it's impossible to get any best of.
Right.
I understand
what goes on here.
I see. Okay. All right.
But minimally,
most days.
Minimally, you should be able to give me 2 reels a week. 2 reels a week would be how long would it take you to do 2 reels? 4 or 5 hours a week?
I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
You know, it's been real tough to do the best of because there's been a lot of injuries on my team.
Actually, there has. You know, and I've been worried about the players because I have a lot of disabled people.
You're in second place. You should be ashamed of yourself. You have that much time to devote.
I don't have that much.
How long does it take?
It takes over this whole place because Richie, our chief engineer,
he's into it too.
He's really bummed out because he generally wins and he's doing really bad.
5 guys here that.
And Dave Herman's into it too.
Dave Herman. There's a salesman.
And you guys are all always piled around the computer screwing around with your stupid baseball teams.
Absolutely not.
No. Okay. I'm hallucinating.
I do have to say that Scott's cut down a lot this year since last year. Or either that or he's cut down in me catching him.
I wish Scott would go to a great adventure and
all right.
to experience negative G's.
I get plenty of negative G's.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's totally not true because I see Scotty all over the office, and they're always talking about Prodigy.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about it, and he gets on everyone's computer.
Like he's hanging out in Dave Herman's office, and he's in the business office.
No, I see what goes on. I know what's going on. You better get to work, Scott. Because what you're going to do is then you run around and you're in a bad mood because you're like, I got to do best of.
Well, that's the other thing that happens. Once you get from now till June 30th,
right?
You can't talk to Scott because it gets really hectic.
Yeah.
And then
get out of here.
If I send John, he goes, get out of here, I'm busy.
I'm going to do best of.
Like Ralph
see the sign on the door? Get out of here.
Like Ralph has been complaining to me for 2 weeks that we don't have any new bumpers. But I can't really have Scott do the bumpers or any other work.
And I want new bumpers.
Because we got to get this done.
Scott, do you understand what upsets me?
I understand.
I want new bumpers now.
That.
But you're not available to do them because you're with Best Of.
You will get new bumpers.
Okay, fine. You can handle both.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you know why?
Why?
Because we went out and hired somebody.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Who?
I thought Sandy was going to help us.
It wasn't approved.
Oh, it wasn't approved?
Okay. Hey, Scott, why don't you wear a baseball uniform to work? You and Dave Herman and Richie Herbert.
Maybe if they change those little figures on his digital station to baseball players.
Yeah, he'd be more involved.
He'd be more into his job.
You know, why didn't I think of that?
Come on, let me go back to my smoky field of dreams.
And what's this with Stuttering John complaining about his hemorrhoids?
He's having trouble with his hemorrhoids, and he's really worried.
He doesn't know what he's doing, man.
And
hemorrhoids. He had gotten rid of them after he took your advice.
Hemorrhoids are just from bad eating and bad.
He didn't go to Dr. Tush.
They came back with a vengeance. So John,
Dr. Tush, Dr. Tush, get the reference? Little joke, little humor.
Dr. Tush.
You think I give a crap if Baby Jackson goes camping or not? You're gonna stick here to the end, buddy.
So here's the deal with John. I had the same problem, and I had to go to the second to the last level. The last level is you have surgery.
So you've had surgery?
No, I had the second. I went to my doctor's office and had I guess a minor surgery, not the one where you have to be admitted to a hospital.
Right.
But it was really, really...
And he's afraid to go to the doctor.
So I was explaining to John what's involved in it, and it's so disgusting.
It's freaky.
Piles.
They have to you actually get
You told me he was crying.
Well, he was sweating.
Are you having a bad time, John?
He was sweating.
You know why? Because you're exercising and you're probably not all clean down there. And
why?
Yeah, it's the worst it's ever been.
Is it?
Yeah, I can barely sit down.
What are you doing that's different?
Like I got to sit down and make sure my cheeks are spread, you know?
Because you don't know how to wipe properly.
It's not that. Well, it's. I mean.
How many times a day you go to the bathroom? Be honest with me.
Yeah, once as soon as I get home from work.
All right, so you're like a dog. You go every day. Do you sit there and read?
No. I've been taking your advice on almost all counts. There's only one problem with the advice you give me.
3 wipes?
The 3 wipe deal.
I think it might be diet because I know what John used to do.
He's straining when he moves his bowels.
But he used to come in and walk pigeon-toed, and he would go, "Oh man, I know I shouldn't did it. I had chili last night."
No, that's not the problem. You are straining on the bowl. You think, oh, my God, I got to go. I'm feeling like a little bit like I have to go. You have to wait until the last second that you have to go.
But you know what I also do, Howard? After the first...
You will never see me go if I kind of think I have to go. I almost have to be making it in my pants to go.
After the first drop, then I like trying to squeeze
that graphic. I don't want to get that graphic.
I'm not trying to get graphic.
No. You know what it is?
But you know
You're
what I'm saying?
stupid. You don't understand how to talk on the air.
What I was telling John...
You're getting too graphic.
All right, I'm sorry.
You're getting too graphic.
I don't mean to be graphic.
What I was telling John is this process, this operation is almost similar to having a tooth removed. You know, you get stuck with a needle with Novocaine.
Yes.
And then they remove, the area. But John was saying, well, what was it like afterwards?
It's pain.
And I told him that I had to lay on my stomach for 3 days, and I was only allowed to eat dry toast and, like, cottage cheese.
You don't need to have surgery. What you need to do is listen to what I'm saying. I told you to use 3 swipes no matter what, but you didn't listen.
Didn't Ronnie have this problem?
He had it.
You cured it, right?
Howard, it's been away for like 8 months now.
First of all, I tucked them in for him.
But do you use those little wipes and tucks that they have?
Yeah, I have. Now I'm using Preparation H like a madman.
Yeah. Are you itchy?
No, it's just like you hit like your thumb with a hammer.
Yeah.
You know how it pulsates?
Yes.
That's what it's doing now.
Aren't you doing a lot of exercise? Are you running?
I'm riding the bike.
It's all aggravating it.
You're supposed to, can I help you out here? You're supposed to sit naked about 6 inches of really cold water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know about that, but what you need to do is stop with all the wiping and all this training in that area. You really do.
You need something to help smooth things out for him?
When you have to, you don't call me every time you have to go to the bathroom. And I'll ask you the following question. I'll say, do you really have to go? Is it really necessary? I mean, can you wait another half hour? And if you say yes,
Let me
it's not time to go.
Something, Howard, because it sounds to me like maybe he has a moisture problem.
Go ahead.
And maybe he needs something added to his diet.
Well, okay, if you want to address the diet, he does not eat well.
Well, yeah, I have been, actually.
No, you haven't. No, you eat well for a day or two, and then you drink, and then you eat chili, and then you think you can exercise it all off. And your problem is that you don't have the proper diet. That's another problem with you. Eating vegetables and fruits?
Yes.
And lettuces and things like this?
Drinking lots of water?
Lots of water.
8 glasses of water a day?
Maybe like 5.
Okay.
Maybe he needs those oil pills.
You want a little oil in your diet?
No, I have
do you have enough canola oil?
I have enough fat.
What kind of oil do you have in there? In your salad? What?
I don't put oil in my salad.
Oh, well.
I just put balsamic vinegar.
And you don't put any oil?
No.
There's no oil?
No, I don't.
You can put a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of canola oil in that salad and loosen things up. All right?
It's painful, though.
Of course, because you don't know what you're doing. And calm down with the bike riding and the running until this is...
Bike riding is special.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been riding a lot of... I've been doing a lot of...
Well, calm down.
But you know what's weird? Like, when I ride my bike, not on the hemorrhoid, but right above, like on the where...
Coccyx bone?
Yeah, where your butt begins to crack, like...
Yeah.
Right there, I would get, like cuts. Like,
Because that's bad hygiene. That is from... I'm going to tell you what that's from.
Like
but it's after I ride the bike.
When you shower, the hot water is hitting the crack. And it is what I'm being serious with you. Listen to me.
Yes, I'm listening.
You should put some cream, and a good cream for that is just put cream right at the top of the crack, which is called Lubriderm. Just put a little cream, little cream.
I can't believe he has this problem, and you know about it.
I can diagnose any anal problem.
I never heard of such a thing.
I am telling you, I know exactly what the boy's doing wrong.
The crack's back there.
Right.
He's cracking his crack.
Yes.
Your wife's on the phone. She wants to speak to John.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear my wife talk about her butt problems. This woman knows
He doesn't have personal experience.
What is the problem?
I don't have...
Are you going to talk about your butt?
No, I'm talking about John.
Hi, Allison.
What would you know about it?
No,
I don't even want to know you have a butt.
No, this is what he has to do. First of all, A&D ointment is very, very good.
Please, Allison, let me handle it.
No, and I want to say that if he has that 7-grain bread, that Shiloh Farm...
Allow me, please.
No.
Don't take advice from everyone.
But A&D ointment, that's for the hemorrhoid or for the...
A&D.
Is that for the hemorrhoid or for the other thing?
Both.
Oh, okay.
It's very healing and very soothing.
All right, thank you.
Howard,
Thank you. Every yent on Long Island knows better than me.
John.
I'm a professional.
I'm listening, Allison.
Okay, you've got to clean yourself out and soften yourself.
All right.
How do you soften yourself?
Allison, I don't want to hear you... All right, thank you.
Howard.
I don't want to hear you talk about it. I don't want to know about your bathroom habits.
This has nothing to do with me. I'm talking...
Yeah, but how do you know all of this?
Because I've been doing a lot of reading lately.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. All right, we heard your advice. Thank you. I don't want to talk about it.
He has not heard all
right,
my
thank you.
Well, what else is...
Okay, so you need that bread.
I'm trying to be polite here. All right, he'll get the bread. Thank you.
Maybe he'll call me later.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks,
Off the air. Very good.
You get to talk about it and no one else can?
I didn't... listen, when I married you, I didn't ask you to be on the radio with me. I'm not partnering.
Oh.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
All right, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Did she have the roids?
Obviously. I think when she had one of the babies, she had the roids. And I don't really want to, I don't really want to hear about it. Thank you. Try to be a little more feminine. Thank you. All right, good for you. Your roids. Yeah, I can't wait to race home and get her in bed.
How are the roids?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. She's reading. She's reading. What is she reading? Medical manual?
Oh, I think Jackie's going to die from that.
Yeah. That's great. She's got the dangling participle. That's sexy. Sometimes you have to sit quiet, Allison. Thank you. All right, turn off that music. It's real funny. You're the one with hemorrhoids.
I know. Well, that's funny. It's funny.
Good. I'm glad you're having a laugh while your legs are all crossed.
I know.
You're in pain, aren't you?
You're sitting on the edge of the
You're almost
chair.
crying.
Yeah, it's been really, really bad.
When did it start? How long have you been in this?
About 3 days ago, and
And you've been ignoring it.
No, I've been wiping with the tux and
Yeah. And why are you going so much in that area? Mellow out with the area.
What do you mean going so much?
You're forcing yourself. I'll talk to you off the air about this problem.
No, but I really have taken advice. The only problem with...
No, you didn't take
No, the only problem
You didn't do the proper wiping.
Well, that's because 3 times...
Well, that's key.
3 times...
Then get in the shower and rinse out. What, are you so busy with your life that you can't rinse out? You're only going once a day. Take a shower at that point. Rinse out. Do your ablutions in the shower.
But you didn't say that last time. You didn't say go in the shower right after.
Of course I did.
He's always said that.
I've always recommended that to you. If you can't get everything done in 3, then get in the shower. All right?
All right, thank you.
All right, very good. Let me take a break and let's start the real news, Robin. This is the end of the medical advice.
Yeah, this is the end of the butt news.
Yeah, butt news. I'm glad my wife has been reading. All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with the real news, not the butt news after this.